Hi, Jack. Good to see you again. I know this is our fifth time trying to negotiate our lease for your apartment. I obviously know that you're a college student, and so far as being your landlord, I feel like our relationship thus far has been really positive, and I've really enjoyed having you as a tenant and taking care of the property that I've leased to you in the past couple of years. So I know this is a difficult time in making a decision. So let's just get down to business. Obviously, I don't know if you've heard that the association is making renovations to our complex. We're adding in a new pool, a gym, and a lounge area for all of our people who reside in our complex. So obviously, and I've probably gotten some notices as well that rent's going to be potentially going up, and it depends within the landlord how much they want to raise it, depending on rooms and the size of the complex. But I just wanted to inform you of this before we get into this negotiation. So I just want to hear what you think about it, and then we can get down to business.
Hey Jake, so yeah, I mean I agree with the planning, but at the same time, I've been staying here for almost 4 years. There hasn't been any reserva or renovations. We still haven't had a new AC installed and just a variety of other reasons. And I just can't justify an increase in the rate. I think it should go lower, if anything, at least $300 because at the moment, it just doesn't seem like any changes happen for the while, and all of a sudden you're asking for more rent and trying to implement these changes when for the past 4 years I haven't seen anything been done.
I completely understand. I know things haven't really been going along as what the association has been saying. They're trying to make moves and making these renovations, and I completely understand and agree with your case if I was in your position. But sort of talking to the association as this new year comes along, that we have to re-sign a lot of our leases. They're really, I see that they're really making some strides in financial planning and trying to make these renovations. And I understand that we've had some complications in the past with your appliances and renewing your AC system. And I believe going into this discussion later on that we can touch upon that and sort of come to an agreement with the lease price, and also possibly helping you with those appliances and those problems you've been having over the past 4 years. But I know it's happening in the deadline's coming down. It's 45 days until the lease expires. So I feel like if we can get this done today, not to put any pressure on you on making any decisions, but I feel it would be best just to not have this sort of linger on until the last minute. So I wanted to just go over my opening offer that I'm going to be going to be presenting to you and your potential roommates. I know you said you feel that you were looking around the range of about $300 per month. Sort of like I said when I was talking to the association, I said that when we were talking to them, they felt really like motivated and they had like a really good solid financial plan. So I know this might seem high, but $650 per month might be what I was looking for and what the association felt was a good starting point to offer to our tenants based off of the size of our complex. But I obviously understand that you're a college student, but I just want to see your opinion on that moving forward in this.
I mean, again, as you've stated, I am a college student. I only live with one other roommate, so splitting the rent isn't too big of an issue. It's just the fact that we don't make a mess, we don't break things. I don't have dogs or cats, we don't smoke. Yes, we do have some issues with our music occasionally, but all it takes is just a call to let us know, like, hey, turn that down. I mean, the way I see it, we'd be willing to go as high up as maybe $500, but at the moment, we just can't see how you can justify raising the rate as high as 650. While I do agree that it's obvious you are trying to make a change, we do think that we need at least some valid reasoning as to why you would want to raise the rent that high. Again, living with one other person, we're fine with splitting that rent, but $500 just seems to be maybe right about at our cap, especially, again, as you said, being college students. So yeah, we're just curious as to how you can justify raising that rent and what you think like we can do going forward if you want to make a good compromise, such as maybe lowering it, but also adding renovations. We would feel that we're getting, at least a fair bargain in the trade.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and I know being a college student can be difficult financially, dealing with your classes and dealing to obviously living off campus, paying for rent and food and gas, and I completely understand that, and I definitely think we can try to come up with a compromise here because I obviously understand that we've had a great relationship thus far, and I definitely want to keep you in the perspective of being my the tenant of my property for this year and then the years to come, but. Obviously see that you and your roommate are looking around like the $500 range, but and obviously I understand with the appliance issue we've been having. One offer that I was thinking about potentially presenting to you guys before meeting today was I was actually looking to see if you guys would want to potentially instead of signing a 1 year lease, possibly sign a 2 year lease. But my offer would be that within this 2 year lease, no matter what happens with the association, I'm going to keep this this rental price and the monthly rate. I'm going to keep it consistent for 2 years. I'm not going to raise it on you guys. And I obviously understand that could potentially be helpful to you guys, just sort of staying in that same payment plan. But yeah, that's sort of the hmm, that's sort of the position I'm in right now with trying to sort of get the gist of what you guys want and what I feel like I need to do as the landlord to meet the association's needs based off the renovations that are potentially going to be coming. But I just want to see what you think about potentially that 2 year lease option. And I know that a lot of other landlords have talked about just doing the year to year basis. And once these renovations actually happen, then I really don't want to financially hurt you guys and raising the rent as the years to come. I just feel like it would be fair to go on a 2 year lease plan and just keep it consistent for you guys as college students finishing up. So let's see
Um,
what you guys think about that possibly.
so just to clarify, for that 2 year lease, would that still be that 650 per month?
I mean, we can make a compromise with the 650 because obviously, if you guys go for a 2 year lease, I feel as a landlord that I should owe you guys like some new appliances and also renewing that AC because I know it's been the issue over the past 4 years. And I feel like if we do that 2 year lease, then we can definitely make the compromise of potentially lowering that rent to a reasonable price for you guys and also helping you with those new appliances.
The only thing I could think of maybe in a compromised terms, could we maybe start off at maybe 550 for the first 6 months? And until we see those renovations start to become in place, then we can steadily move up. And by the end of that 2 year, at least, or maybe even by the end of a year, once those renovations are in place, we could be at that 650 mark.
Yeah, I definitely like that idea. Just the reason why I wanted to do that 2 year lease and I wanted to pitch this to you guys was because I really felt that sort of keeping that price consistent. I know you're making the compromise of starting off a little low, and if you do see the renovations, you want to sort of bring it higher. But I just sort of feel like for my sake, actually paying the association from you guys, then passing the money to me and then I send it to them. I feel like keeping that consistent price. I know from experience and from the past 4 years, keeping the consistent price is easier with the banking financial aspect of it. But I do like where you are around the $550 range, and I know you were a little hesitant at first with my beginning offer of 650. Let's say around like, would you be interested in about like $575 per month for the 2 year lease, with the addition of right away once this new within the 45 days when this current lease expires, I'm going to have a team come in and I'm going to give you guys new appliances such as stove, microwave, fridge, and dishwasher. Make sure all of the pipes and everything are are cleaned and no leaks, and also give you guys that new AC unit because I know that's been the issue, and I definitely think that this would help you guys financially as college students, but also help me as a landlord, sort of keeping that consistent basis of that payment, and also locking in people that I currently know and have a positive relationship with for another 2 years.
Gotcha. No, I agree where you're coming from. I like it. I think we can work with the 575 a month as long as you are guaranteeing that those renovations
Oh,
will come
completely,
through.
completely.
Again, it's only because it hasn't happened for the past 4 years. But if we have your word that those renovations will come through and we can sign a contract and get this taken care of, I think we can work with 575 a month.
Awesome, awesome. I'm very excited for our journey together in the next 2 years, and I promise I won't let you guys down with those new appliances because I definitely know that's you guys have brought that up to me, and in the past I haven't really gone into too much detail and trying to help you guys. Obviously, we've had those quick fixes just to make sure that there hasn't been any other issues, but I feel I owe it to you guys for taking on this 2 year lease to really give you just a fresh start for your new time in our place for the next 2 years. So I think we can definitely settle on that 575 for the 2 years with the new appliances. And the guarantee that this won't go up within the next 2 years. We're going to keep it a consistent price. And I definitely think this is going to work out. And I'm very happy that we were able to compromise a plan. And I will definitely fax you a lease contract to sign within the next few days so we can get this in before our current lease expires. And if you really want to meet in person, we can definitely arrange that. But it was really awesome going over this with you, and I'm happy that we can maintain our relationship for 2 more years.
Yep. Thank you, Jake. I really appreciate it. And hopefully this should work out for the best. And either way, we try our best to be consistent tenants, and hopefully, we can at least make sure that this will stay consistent, as you said. And by the end of those 2 years, we'll both be happy.
Awesome. Well, we'll get you those paperworks right away, and we'll talk soon. All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Jake. Have a good one.
You too.